Noisy Pixel.
Games that provide a sense of freedom while still giving you a reason to exist in an open world are few and far between nowadays. Well, it seems that developer MiHoYo is choosing to address this concern with their newest game, Genshin Impact. After going hands-on with the closed beta, it's clear that they are trying to create something truly magical, and getting the community involved in the process will only make this game grander than it already is. During Genshin Impact, players are on a mission to help their sibling as the game opens up in a heated battle. This is where players are able to choose either the brother or sister. After the choice is made, players meet the guide for this adventure, Piamon, a flying fairy creature who loves to talk in the first person. As you progress through a short tutorial, you'll learn the basics and you'll meet a few of the party members in the town of Maldestadt. It's learned that a powerful dragon named Storm Terror is threatening the region, and so you join the Knights Guild in hopes to put a stop to it. These actions lead you to take on a few trial dungeons before being allowed to make your own adventure in this world. The closed beta gives players a good taste of how the story missions will incorporate exploration, but some of the best moments of gameplay were unscripted. After getting a few characters in my party, I was able to mess around with their elemental abilities by combining them to cause extra damage to enemies. Freezing a wet enemy and then electrocuting it is just one of the many elemental attacks available to the players. Messing around in the closed beta and journeying off the beaten path always revealed something new to me, and if it didn't, well, there was always a nice view to behold. It's these small victories that made my time with the closed beta well worth it. The characters each have an English voiceover that is really good. Each character has an expressive personality, but I didn't get to know much about them in the closed beta. By the looks of how things are going, characters will have their own side quests which give more insight into who they are and their backstory. However, the lip sync was wildly off most of the time. Furthermore, I didn't like how I would be controlling one of the characters and then have to talk to myself as that character. It just came off as weird sometimes, and I hope they figure out a way to address this, as it hurts the immersion. During the dialogue, players can make choices. However, some of the choices didn't feel like it had a weight on the conversation outside of a general response from the character. I would have let this slide for the NPC conversations, but in the main story, I would have liked to see a conversation branch to actually be affected by some of the more important choices that I made. One look at Genshin Impact and you can't help but get absolutely lost in its world. Sometimes it's difficult to get from point A to point B because of how much there is to do in between. The world is there for you to explore, and every battle leads to a reward that can only improve your skills in combat. Shops line the town, offering players a chance to improve weapons and armor, along with additional equipable items. However, one thing that caught me off guard was a wish system, which uses items to draw characters and weapons. I'm not sure if these wishes can be purchased using real money or if they can only be obtained through gameplay. It's very much a gacha system within the game. Genshin Impact has all the makings for a grand adventure RPG, and I'm eager to learn more about these characters and how we go about rescuing our sibling. It seems the world is in a state of peril, and learning more about that world is on the top of my list of things to do. First, however, I think I'll allow myself to be distracted to get a taste of all the secrets that lie away from the quest marker. Genshin Impact is coming to PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC later in 2020. Thank you for watching. Please read the full preview at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Though I've gotta say, you surprised me a little with your moves there. Thanks for the backup. How'd it feel?
Now that you mention it, how is it the Hillytrills ended up here? These creatures don't seem like the type to set up camp so close to cities like this.
Exactly. It's more normal for them to be much further out in the wilderness. But because the dragon, Storm Terror, has been around a lot more recently, our orchards have been destroyed and the local market has been affected as well. When the storms hit, we usually end up with at least a few injuries, so the Knights of Favonius have been tied up doing the best they can to defend the area.